How's it going, everybody? It's your man, the legend, Sesamadi, here to help you get paid on this beautiful Easter Sunday. All right. So, if you guys subscribed, you already know yesterday we put out some picks for UFC. Those smashed, those hit. Check those out. Yesterday we put out some picks for baseball. We were missing, we were short by just one. You can check it out. But today we're gonna bounce back for MLB, and then for baseball, for basketball. Oh man, on NBA did we kill it? So we had some Heat picks. We smashed those. Yeah. So we're gonna go back to the well today, and we're gonna do exactly what we did yesterday. So when it comes to the baseball, we're gonna stick to our strategy of going with pitchers only. So these props I'm gonna give you today, we're gonna cover the 1 o'clock games of these 5 games, and we're just gonna only focus on their pitching. All right. So after that, we have a 4 o'clock game. We're gonna focus on them. I'll give you my predictions for the hits and for pitching as well. And then we're going to shift over to basketball. I've got a couple of different lineups here for basketball. We've got a late game. I've got a 5-legger for that, Rockets versus Warriors. And I've also got Timberwolves versus Hornets. You already know how I'm betting on my Hornets. And we've got a 10-legger for that. And then we've got an 11-legger. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but hey, we had a 12-legger hit yesterday. So we got an 11-legger today that we're going to put in. And again, if you don't want to take the chance of doing all 11 legs, you can chunk it out. Take a couple of players from one, take a couple of players from other, or don't. Just tune back again to see if we were successful. We were, we've been, and we will be. So let me go ahead and jump right into this. We've got our MLB matchup. Started off with Dodgers versus Washington. We got Sasaki for 3Ks and Griffin for 3Ks. Then we're going to move on down to Miami versus the Yankees. We got Paddock for 4Ks and Fried for 3Ks. Moving on, we got Toronto and Chicago White Sox. We've got Lauer for 3Ks and we got Martin for 3Ks. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I projected them to get over 3Ks. I'm thinking like 4 to 5Ks each, but my books offered the 3K option, so I jumped on it. All right. So if you're ever offered that option, and yeah, you want to go for that guaranteed. All right. So you don't know what's going to happen. Guy can get injured, whatever. But if you see a lower value, grab and jump on it. So yeah, we had Lauer and Martin for 3Ks each. Moving on to Milwaukee versus Kansas City. Well, this is going to be a lefty-lefty battle. This is great pitching right here. This is going to be on display. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys both got 5 or 6Ks each, but we're not going to play it that way. We're going to play Harrison for 4Ks, and we got Bubik for 3Ks. Moving on, we got Cincinnati versus Texas. We're going to go ahead and go Burns 4Ks, Leiter, that's right, Al Leiter's son for 4Ks, and that's it right there. So those 5 games, those 10 picks we've got, they look kind of like this. Sasaki for 3Ks, Griffin 3Ks, Paddock 4Ks, Fried 3Ks, Lauer 3Ks, Martin 3Ks, Harrison 4Ks, Bubik 3Ks, Burns 4Ks, and Leiter 4Ks. Now, I also, because of yesterday missing it by one, I went ahead and took the option. I put each game individually with that pitching matchup, and then I put that 10-legger right there, and that's what they look like. Moving on at 4 o'clock, we've got the Mets again. That was a good matchup. It's been a good matchup all series, but yeah. So we got Arraez to get a hit, and then for pitching, we've got Senga for 4Ks and Webb for 4Ks. We've also got Robert Hill to get a hit. I'm sorry, Robert to get a hit. Robert Jr. Lewis Robert Jr. So we got Arraez to get a hit, Lewis Robert Jr. to get a hit, Senga to get 4Ks, and Webb to get 4Ks, and it looks just like this. All right, so that takes you pretty much from baseball 1 o'clock all the way to 4 o'clock, and then at 3:30 we got some action happening with NBA. So what we're gonna do here, we have an 11-legger. This is gonna be multi-game. There's 3 different games that it's gonna span. The first is gonna be Bulls versus Suns. In that game, we're gonna take it very, very easy, very mild, no spice, no spice. We got Brooks for 1-3. We got Booker for 20 points, and we got Allen for 10 points. Allen came through for us. If you follow the channel, Allen came through for us before in our previous bets like on Thursday. All right, moving on. We got the 6 o'clock game. We got Pacers versus Cavs. This is all threes. Max Strus for 2 threes. Mitchell for 2 threes. James Harden, the beard, for 2 threes. All right, and then wrapping it up at 7 o'clock, we got Magic versus Pelicans. We got Franz Wagner for the 10 points. Wendell Carter Jr. for the 10 points. Zion, my man, 4 rebounds, 15 points. And DeJounte Murray, we're going under 28 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. Okay, we're taking the under on him. 28 and a half points, 28 and a half points, rebounds, and assists, taking the under. Deontay Murray, and that one looks just like this. Pays out at plus 1,119. Yeah, buddy. All right, moving on, because I know you guys, this might be a little bit too many legs for some of y'all. We're gonna move on to the 7 o'clock matchup. We got Hornets versus Timberwolves. Now this one pays out at plus 375. It's a 10-legger. Yeah, this is a spicy. So we got Con Knuckle for 2 threes, 15 points. Julius Randle, 15 points. Kobe White, 10 points. Brandon Miller, 15 points, 2 threes. LaMelo Ball. I know you see me swerving in that corner, yo. Hey, so we got him for 15 points and 2 threes. Rudy Gobert for the 8 rebounds, as always, trusty dusty. And we've got DiVincenzo for the 2 threes. All right, so that 10-legger looks just like this. All right, moving on. Now, it wouldn't be a party unless we had a party here on the West Coast. So we got Rockets versus Warriors. This one right here is a 5-legger. All right. You can back the brakes truck up on this one because it's going to cash, baby. We got Kevin Durant for 20 points. We got Shepard for 2 threes. Count them. 1, 2, 2 threes. Then we got Thompson for 15 points. Guy Santos for 10 points. And Podosmensky for 10 points. That 5-legger pays out, and it looks just like this. So, yeah, man, we did great last night. Just a recap, we hit really, really well on the UFC cards. We did well in basketball. We did all right in baseball. We got a strategy for that. So keep it live. If this is your first time checking me out, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you too can get notifications to win big on parlays like I have and all the people who've been following this channel. Also, if you did use any of the parlays that we talked about yesterday or any parts of them, please put in the comments how you're successful. What did you use? All right. Till next time, legend out.